Hi Pisces, and happy birthday to all the Pisces out there. Welcome to the March reading, the overly thematic reading for you guys. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Midheaven, and or Venus. However, if something brought you to this channel, you felt the urge to click on this video, do know that you're here for a reason, and so I hope you hear all that you need at this time, and definitely do subscribe before you leave, okay? Now, as I was shuffling the cards and, meditating on your energy, I heard the words missing in action, which relates to me because, I've been off of YouTube for maybe a month, I would say, because I try to record these videos in advance. So it's always between the 15th and the 24th of a month that I start for the next month. And so I had been in Colorado for the past 2 weeks, which is why you guys didn't get the mid-monthlies for the month of February, if you were just wondering where I've been. And it's awkward now coming back and being behind or in front of a camera. I definitely feel very out of place. To my knowledge, I still only have a certain amount of time, so let me kind of give you the spiel of what came out. I'm gonna read it like a story for you guys, okay? Coming into the month of March, what you're feeling is this 8 of Coins, followed by the 3 of Coins energy and the 10 of Coins. Yes. Now what came out atop that card, because I typically do a 9-card spread, but it's not going to look so linear this month, but what came out following the 10 of Coins was the Queen of Coins and the 5 of Cups. Okay, so I'm definitely getting the sense that you guys have been, feeling also out of place coming into the beginning of the month, or you're really just trying to be a stratagem or just be very strategic for the month of March as far as what you plan to do. As some of you may be able to see behind me, I have a vision board. Some of you guys are really stepping into your creative power in the month of March. I definitely felt that as I was piecing my board together, and I finally took the time because I used to collect magazines, right? The Cosmopolitan magazine. That's a fun fact that you guys get to know about me that maybe the other videos won't get. But I used to collect magazines, and so when my sister and I decided to really write our visions down so that we can see what we imagine, right? As Solange said, if you guys haven't peeped her album yet, do check it out. If you have Tidal, Apple, it may even be on YouTube at this point. But yeah, in regards to the board, when we dedicated ourselves to really being able to write down what it is that we want to manifest, so we know the steps that we really have to take to get there, right? Which is also what this energy can be about. What was lacking on my board personally was that I didn't have enough images, right? I need to see it in different configurations, as you will, and that is also what's coming through with this 8 of Coins and this 3 of Coins. Just being able to really play on your creativity, like when you can really see the plan and the different ways that you can inspire yourself to accomplish those plans. Things, things just happen a lot better. So maybe you guys need to just work on your organization, right? You're missing in action. You can see yourself as who you want to be 10 years from now. And you know that you deserve it. If you like to use that word, I don't know, I always feel weird about using the word deserve, because you get what you purely intend to get for yourself, right? It's all about the motive, and again, it's all about the action. So I feel like you guys can definitely see who you are and your potential, and or know what your actual purpose is, right? But there are some things that aren't quite refined enough in the way that you organize the steps required to get where you need to go. Okay, and so that's why you may be feeling like this somber energy by the end of the first week in March. It can extend a little bit longer than that, again, because energy is fluid. Communication may also be off And that is kind of what is putting you in this down in the dumps mood, where you're missing in action as far as not putting yourself out there and like going out and having a good time with friends and family here with this Three of Coins. People that just want to get together and like just catch up, you know, shoot the shit, if you will, or just go out and do things, you know, just being involved. I want to say on a communal standpoint, but just more so as far as just activities are concerned, you guys are a little bit more enclosed this month. Or again, it's due to the fact that you see yourself for who you are, but you aren't quite there yet, because there are certain things that you still have to, if you will, perfect or complete before you can get there. So you're just a little like emotionally disconnected, okay? And that does flow into the second and the third week of March, because what came up after that was the Seven of Cups with the Five of Swords and the Hanged Man. You know, if you write it down, that's less that's in your mind that you have to deal with, right? With this Five of Swords energy. Again, know your limitations, know what your boundaries are, be a little bit more disciplined, right? I definitely, that energy is here to support you if you choose to take advantage of it, okay? Nothing can be forced upon you, but you have to understand that you can cause your system to crash, is really what I'm getting here. Think in terms of like a computer, right? If you never shut it down, because what happens before the Five of Swords is the Four of Swords. If you never shut down and do that hard reset, you know, do that software update, be able to expel all the thoughts that you're having onto paper, so that it's less that you're trying to hold into the memory bank, right? The SD card of your brain. Like, yes, we are complex creatures, but we do still have those restrictions, right? We do still have those limitations. So I feel like as I've been doing, it would be a benefit for you guys to write it down, what it is that you want to do. Or again, just recognizing your creative power in this month by the things that you're able to come up with, or the different ways that you're able to present or represent information, or the ways that you are able to innovatively come up with a solution to any sort of problem that you're having. Now, if this is in regards to a relationship, because I did ask about that and the Hanged Man came out, which is being in a state of limbo, somebody kind of like leaving you hanging, leaving you on red, you know. I do know that Mercury is in the shadow period of going retrograde, and so about 2 weeks prior is what I would say, and 2 weeks after the Mercury goes retrograde is really not the best time to want to really be understood or have that expectation, because Mercury rules, well, it's Gemini's ruler. Gemini and another sign that I can't think of off of the top of my head. I want to say Virgo. Anyway, but that planet which rules those people, and knowing those very generalized kind of stereotypical attributes of those signs, they are the communicators. It's having to recognize that during this period, then those natural things that may come easier to you in the way that you communicate and or express your wants or needs and or are creative, that might take a shift in this month, where somebody may leave you hanging because they just don't have the words to articulate themselves in a way that can be peaceful, right? That doesn't really ruffle feathers. Some of you guys are needing to not take offense when that happens this month, because the ending card that you end up with by the end of the month is the Queen of Swords energy, and the Seven of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, okay? Your words are weapons, so be very careful in how you plan to use them this month. You don't have to say everything that you think. Some things are worth keeping to yourself. Some of you guys are going to be just very withdrawn by the end of the month. You're not really wanting to socialize that much. Don't automatically assume the worst though by the end of this month. Don't allow for this potential break in communication between you and someone cause you to be bitter and or cause you to become defensive. Okay, you're going to have to take a calculated risk. That's what the Seven of Swords is talking about, being at the bottom of the deck with whatever's going on in your life. If it's about money and career, take that calculated risk, do that thing, work a little bit harder, put a little bit of overtime in, you know. But if it's about self-care and health, take better care of yourself. If it's about your vision and your future, make a vision board, be inspired by that, you know. You don't have to copy exactly what I'm doing. Maybe this can set you forth in doing something else that works for you, as far as like leaving sticky notes, as far as having the reminder on your iPhone if you're more tech savvy. But again, just make sure you're backing stuff up with Mercury being in retrograde, because technology is affected. So if projects aren't going as planned that are or really heavily rely on technology, just take a breath this month and work through it. It won't be the end of the world. Things happen, you know. Just try to be timely. Again, be on time with things that you need to get done this month. But if you're missing in action as far as going after your dreams, right, and living that dream life and having that dream job or that dream partner, whatever it is that you see for yourself, then understand what it is that you're going to have to do as far as putting a plan in action and making that effort, making last ditch efforts, you know, trying all things, trying everything before you give up on something this month, before you even allow yourself to even try it too, you know, because you'll psych yourself out in the mind and on an emotional level, and that's enough to drive you away. You know, you can allow yourself to self-deprecate here with this Hangman. Is self-deprecation the word? Just being self-deceptive, inflicting self-harm, if you will. It's all a choice that you have to make this month. If somebody goes ghost on you again, or leaves you hanging, leaves you on red, and that can be irritating, but don't form a defensive response this month. Alright? Make sure you have all of the facts before you open your mouth. And again, if you don't have anything nice to say, then it's best that you guys aren't speaking and say nothing at all until you can come back and speak amicably and speak with love and understanding. Okay? Don't play no childish games. Now is not the time to do and or be careless when you have so much good that is in store, especially if you are feeling what I'm feeling for you guys at this point of March, and we're only the second day in. Okay, you can determine how the story ends. That's what I'm saying. The rest of these pages are up to you. So your chakras, heart chakra, sacral and solar plexus, work on sensuality, again, self-care, self-love. Work on your confidence, have some courage this month. Work on the throat chakra again, so you're speaking with love and compassion and understanding, and respect. At the end of the day, respect is also going to be a heavy theme for you guys, okay? But get those chakras into balance. If you liked what I said, do give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family. Do subscribe for more, and if you want to book a private reading with me, you can hit me up in my email, which I will leave here for you guys and in the description box at your discretion. I am here for you, and I can help you get the process started as far as coming back to you and trusting your own decisions, okay? Trusting your intuition,